After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
She was hitting me before the camera came on.
No, there's no proof of that.
You were doing this.
She was hitting me back.
I was defending myself.
I take the fifth. Hello, everybody. This is the Penhook and Needles podcast, episode 349. My show notes are not appropriate. Okay. Episode 349. It is Saturday, March 30th, 2019, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Tahlia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers for the Fun in the Woman Cave. We're glad to have you with us. Nice. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us, and we hope that you find something that you like so you'll stay. And if you're returning, we're glad to have you back as always. And if you're in the shadows, either new or returning, please do feel free to join us officially in the Ravelry group where all the alongs and the prizes and that kind of thing happens. And on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button, and press the little bell so that you can get subscription notifications. Notifications, right? Just notifications?
Notifications.
Yeah.
Like that.
We do have a new member, and I'm not sure if she is a returning member or not, because when I went to welcome her, I had already befriended her. So I don't know. It's D Nice, and that is Denise. Welcome or welcome back. Denise, we're glad to have you here. I guess we need to go into our tea.
And I guess because I have more projects for once, it is me first.
You first.
You see, I'm a nice, polite person who sticks to the rules.
Ha! And they suit you.
Really?
Go.
I don't think she wants me to go first this time. I think that was...
I'm not going to go first, so I guess we'll just sit here until you do it.
Because no appreciation whatsoever. Memento Mori mug. And it's the same tea as last time. Hold on. This is the Plum Deluxe tea, of course. Almonds Blend Herbal Tea, the support you need for strong foundations. Hibiscus Rubios Tea, Cloves, Almond Essence, Love, Gratitude, no caffeine, and no citrus.
I know. I want to taste it again. What's it called again? Almonds what?
Elements Blend.
Elements Blend. I was watching Never Cast Off podcast. That's Deb's Destiny and Blue Yarn Always, Debbie and Sheila. And they said something, I think it was them, they said something about how they're watching the screen and talking to themselves. And I said, that's what I do all the time. Otherwise I feel like I'm talking to thin air, you know?
Is there a timer going? Did you set something for your tea?
Did not.
Oh, maybe it didn't.
Oh, it's the bread. Yeah. But I thought that was funny, because somebody else does that, so it made me feel good about that.
And we kind of not pretend, but it's like we feel like we're looking through the screen to you guys. Yeah. So like when we're saying that we're looking at something behind you, we're looking at something behind our screen.
This is good.
Because
really good.
In all reality, of course, we don't know what's behind you.
I need to get that.
You need to get my mug?
I have your mug.
No, you have your mug.
I do. This is my Memento Mori mug. And in here I have gingerbread Thai tea.
Thai tea? What's Thai tea?
Thai tea.
Thai tea?
Spicy and comforting like a favorite blanket. Pair with winter rituals and comforting traditions. Yes, last time I had summer and this time I have winter because apparently I don't know what spring is. This has organic black tea, honey bush tea, cinnamon, orange peel, ginger, cardamom, allspice, clove, black pepper, calendula flavor essence, joy, gratitude, and caffeine.
I didn't have... Oh, no, I had love and gratitude.
So you didn't have joy?
No joy. I think joy was because it was winter. It was heading into Christmas. Oh, yes.
I love this. It's one of my favorites. Okay.
It does seem to be pretty good.
Yeah. Are you able to taste it?
A little bit.
I ran out of it when I was doing the measuring of my tea leaves. I think that maybe I had just a little less than I wanted to put in it.
Oh, okay.
Call
Perfect timing.
from H&R Block.
Seriously?
Did you want me to pause?
I'm going to pause.
Call from
Oopsie, I'm still-
H&R Block.
I just want to hear what the...
Pausing.
oh, and we're back. I just wanted to make sure that we had our H&R Block confirmation. Didn't need to be on the podcast, but I wanted to make sure I heard it. So that's done. All right. Now, where were we at? We were at...
We just finished tasting the tea, and I don't look like a Wolverine or Doctor Strange today because I got the split ends trimmed.
It looks nice.
Thank you. So, next haircut won't be till May 16th, so we'll see how long I get by then.
Yeah. I'm gonna be getting about the same time, May, I think more like Mother's Day, I think I'm gonna be getting mine done. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Welcome, Denise, and we are moving into upcoming alongs. We have, today is the 30th of March, so we only have one day as we're recording left on the alongs that we're doing, except for Tea and Tails, which goes all year. So the other alongs will be closing tomorrow at midnight, or whenever, if Valeria closes it, you know, at midnight or around that time, or if I close it when I get up or whatever. Speaking of which, before we go on, you all know that we had a new moderator last week, B-Wing, and we have our final new moderator this week. That's Renegale. That's Rena.
Yay.
So we have 4 moderators, so we can split things a little bit more evenly in our very active group. We're so excited to have them with us because we do have a very active group, and we want it to stay that way.
Right.
And so all the help is really very much appreciated. So thank you, Rena. Welcome to the moderator corps.
Yay.
Okay. Now, autism
Kind
awareness.
of like the Green Lantern Corps, but with knitting.
Only more awesome. Okay, so let me put Rena on here.
I was so proud of myself. I answered like 2 whole messages on Ravelry.
I was all caught up. Unless somebody got in there
I
last
answered
night.
2.
You did.
2.
You
That's
did.
more than 0.
That's more than 0. And I never get everybody. So I'm really happy that I got everybody. Unless somebody snuck in there between like this morning and podcast.
Well,
time.
you know that some of our people, they're really sneaky.
They are. I think they go, wow. Okay. Upcoming. Autism Awareness 2019. Autism Awareness is the month of April, but we give you guys 3 months to do the project so you're not so rushed in doing it and you can enjoy yourself and get more projects in, okay? It runs through June 30th. Okay? April 1st to June 30th. The projects can be started at any time, but they must be worked on or finished between the 1st of April and the 30th of June. And I'm not going to go through all of this right now because we will start it next week. But I do want to say that we do have a co-host. We have 2 co-hosts for this. We have Laura Concert, who's Crocheting Hoovian, and we have Vanilla Sock Pig, who is Stephanie. So we're really excited to have both of them. That'll be exciting. And the rules will be basically the same for all the groups, but as always, there is leeway in each individual group. So make sure that you meet the rules for each group that you're posting in. Okay, and you can dip wherever you want as far as we're concerned, as long as you meet whatever the rules.
We're not going to police your dipping.
No.
Dipping police? Dipping dots?
Dipping dots. It makes me giggle like ice cream. Just dip. You double dip. You double dipped your chip. Yes, it is a reference. Okay, and I'm sure you'll get that because everybody, even people who don't watch the play, they get that. All right. Okay. And we'll go into specifics about that later. I just wanted to let you know that's coming up day after tomorrow. And the thread has already been set up. Valeria very sweetly locked it for me until we got closer. I will be setting up also the next along, which is the Sparkle Like the Star You Are, Cal, and that's a new one for us. Tahlia wanted to do that, so we're doing that.
So you're welcome.
Sparkly Yarn, it's all 3 months. It runs concurrently with Autism Awareness because I think it kind of dovetails real nice with
Every
them.
rare once in a while, I actually contribute to the podcast with an idea.
You do all right. You'll do. Tech people can't always be thinking about other things. Anyway.
I figure my biggest contribution is creating it. The podcast.
Oh, create the podcast. Yes. And you do all the tech.
Yes.
But anyway, my point is that the reason I think this dovetails nicely with autism awareness is because it's important that everybody realize whoever they are, whether they're disabled or not, or other abled, as some people call it, that we are all important. So sparkle like the star you are, and this is with Sparkle Yarn, and we do have pre-orders going on, and I thank everybody who's already bought. I've already have almost the entire pre-orders, that the first batch of pre-orders died. I think I have one to do. It's Linnea. I've got all your...
Did you mispronounce Linnea's name?
I did. That's why I corrected myself. Linnea, I have all of your yarn dyed up except for the Follow Your Star, because I wanted to do what I had multiples of first. So I will hopefully get to that one sometime in the next few days. And then I can start rewinding and packaging after putting up for pre-orders. So I'm still taking pre-orders if you want them, and I'll show you the yarn later. If you would like to pre-order that, I will also have other brights and sparklies up for you to look at, okay, if you'd like to take a look at that. And those won't be pre-orders, they'll just be in the shop. And the discounts are still going. We have a discount code in our Pentacle Needles group, and it will be in this thread as well, and that is for 20% off, but it's only for people who are members of the podcast group. So that's where it is, okay? Our podcast group, Cappy's podcast group, Vanilla Sock Pigs, and Crocheting Hoovians, okay? Because we are all doing the alongs together. So they have that code for 20% off.
Oh, together now.
If you are not a member of the group, you're just watching on YouTube, I do have a coupon code for you, and it goes through the end of May, and it's AA Sparkle 15.
Oh, nice.
AA Sparkle 15. So that's for everybody else who is not a member of the group. But if you want the 20% off, you have to be a member of our group or one of those other groups that we mentioned, okay? And that will be in the thread. Okay, so we will talk about that later because it's not right now. 20% is in the... Yeah, AA Sparkle 15. Okay. All right. In other groups, I need a little bit of tea. I will warn you ahead of time. I am very fuzzy-headed today, and I'm not sure why. That's good. I need the caffeine.
Did you get to bed late?
Yeah. Well, I went to bed. I went to say goodnight.
Yeah,
it was after 10.
I have no idea what time that it was, Mom.
Yeah, you were to bed later too. Okay.
Not terribly late for me. That's usually about the time I get to bed.
That's not good for you, Talia.
Although
it is better than it used to be, and it's consistent. So
yes.
Okay. In other groups, okay, we have the Crocheting Hoovian podcast group, and that's Laura Concert. And she's got the Whip It Good going on, and she has Autism Awareness with Us coming up. She has the Creature Feature Cal Lau, and that's with Dockfire Woman, who is Deborah, and that is the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. I did it, Deborah. I did it. Yay. Okay. So that, and the first quarter of that is ending. So although you can still do sea creatures throughout the rest of the year, the double chance at a prize are not sea creatures anymore. I think it's farm animals next time, but I'm not sure. You have to check their groups. Okay. I'm trying to think. I thought Laura had something else going, and I'm drawing a blank. So I apologize. Go to her group to find out if you're interested. And she's a wonderful podcast to watch. These people that we are mentioning, generally we watch them, or I watch them, and Ty listens to them, or whatever, or listens to what I say about them. And
I don't have
she doesn't have as much time to do as she used to. So, and I watch them as I can, but during Lent, I'm not able to watch as much, so I'm way behind. But I do like the podcasts that I mentioned, or think you might like them. So, that being said, going on to the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal podcast, I'm so behind on Deborah, and she's always so graciously mentioning us. We appreciate that. She has a 2019 Kitter Get Her Done, which is getting all those kits done. I like big shawls, and I cannot lie. The 2019 Farmer's Almanac Make-Along, Creature Feature with Laura Concert, and then there's the Never Have I Ever. Okay, so she's got a ton of things going on. So that's awesome. We're glad that she's fun. I mean, she asked what people wanted to hear about on her podcast, and so I think we're going to get to hear more about the animals and her do-it-yourself type stuff. 'Cause she's very bright, and she has a very what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Not until she's teaching like astrophysics or something. I mean, she's a really intelligent person, very creative, and she has a farm, which the combination is just amazing. So she's really interesting. So you might want to check her out. Then there's a Comforting Crafts group, and that's B-Wing, and this is not a podcast, okay? This is
one of our moderators.
This is one of our moderators. In fact, the next two are moderators in our group, but they have their own groups, and they're well worth looking into. Neither one are podcasts, but they're well worth looking into. B-Wing has What Are You Reading? I think it's 19 hats in 2019. And
I think you're right.
It's 52 dishcloths and color work. So it's I think they're all year long, and I'm not sure of the particulars because I haven't been able to get over there in a little while, so I'm going to have to check
Brittany's
that.
my color work buddy.
Yeah, Brittany's fantastic. She's awesome. And then the Bee's Knees group is Studio Von Design. That's Vonnie, and she, like I said, she's also a moderator, and she's doing 19 of whatever. Okay, I want to know if I just get 19 projects done, could I do that? Because I don't think I'm going to do 19 or whatever and get anything else done. So we'll see. But she's fantastic. Vonnie is a pistol, and she's a pip. I love Vonnie.
So is a pistol and a pip the same thing for you, Mom? Oh, okay.
No.
So what's the difference?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
They're just different.
Yeah, just different.
But what happens when a person's a pistol and a pip?
I can't think. I'm not in school.
Is your pip holding a pistol?
I can't think. I'm not in school.
Not in school right now. You don't have to know that right now?
I don't have to know it right now. Can't know it. I'm not in school.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think what I used to say was, I don't have to know that. I'm not in school right now.
Something like that. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. The Never Cast Off podcast group, that's Deb's Destiny, who is Debbie, and Blue Yarn Always, who is Sheila. They're doing the Tracking Stash again this year. And like I said, I think they have a couple other alongs, one with the shawl and one with her babushka. The babushka might be finished, but check it out and see what they're doing. They're podcasting again. They're so much fun to watch. They really are. They have good chemistry together. They're great. And then Vanilla Sock Pig, who is one of our co-hosts for Autism Awareness this time around. She is doing the multiple myeloma Cal, and that's I believe is going all year. I think, is that right? I don't remember.
Know.
You have to go in her group. You have to go look at her group. I might be mistaken. It might be just until May.
I have not yet been able to sit down and watch her podcast because on my weekends I crash.
Yeah, she's well worth watching. And, if you just feel like you can't concentrate and you want to listen to something, you might want to listen to her.
I'll fall asleep. Not anything about you, Stephanie.
See, Stephanie, she said she listens to you and she falls asleep.
I've never listened to
that?
you. I've fallen asleep during Bakery Bears. As much as I love them, I've fallen asleep during movies. I'm a master fall asleeper.
Anyway, she's well worth watching.
So
she's incredible.
Yeah.
You want to see someone work stuff really fast? I have never seen anyone work a color work project as fast as I've seen Stephanie work things. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's it blows you away. She just finishes.
I know. I keep wanting to watch her because I know she does color work, and it's just not something that's probably good. I'm not watching it right now because I'd probably pick up 20 more projects I want to work on. And
this Cal is very close to her heart because she has been diagnosed with a form of cancer. Mm-hmm. So I'm not very. I don't understand completely what the cancer is. She tried to explain it to me, but I'm not quite sure that I understand it completely. I think that Dogfire Woman on her podcast, the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal, explained it a little bit, and I know that also Stephanie does it on her podcast. So if you want to know what that is, you can check out their podcast. But it's well worth supporting her.
I'd have to do more research on it myself, simply because it's not something I dealt with a lot in my practice.
Right, and she, she's fantastic. Just you'll like her, and I think it'd be well worth doing that if you want something else to be working on. And I think the color is any shade of red, no pink. Because she did answer us, shades of red. You got your burgundies, your wines, your reds, that kind of color. Okay, Packing This Design Group. I think that her coaster swap is almost finished. So you might want to check her group and see if they're still going on. And then I forgot to mention, and I thank Deborah for mentioning on her podcast because I completely forgot about it. Heidi from Undead Yarn is doing a Frog It or Finish, I think it is, or Finish or Frog It or whatever it is.
That's good.
So that's Undead Yarn, and Heidi's fantastic. Heidi, I have to credit Heidi as one of my motivators in starting my yarn dyeing shop and all that. She's done a lot for me, and I like to make sure that you're aware of what's going on with her. She's fantastic, and she doesn't podcast as often as I'd like, but she's a very busy person. And so check out her yarns, check out her shop, check out her Cal that's going on. I think that's the only one she's doing. It's the only one Deborah mentioned. I think it's called Frog It or Finish It, I think is what it's called. And Heidi, I apologize if that's wrong. Check out her Undead Yarn thread and podcast.
Whoopsie.
Okay. Heidi is Nitty Girl.
Nitty Girl. Just
Nitty Girl.
Yeah, because it's she and
Packing
Heidi
It.
Packing It's Flip It. Like Packing It's
Yeah.
Packing It's one on
Instagram.
No, Ravelry.
Ravelry.
And just Packing It's on Instagram. And Heidi is Undead Yarn on Ravelry I'm sorry, she's
Nitty Girl.
Nitty Girl on Ravelry and Nitty Girl 1 on Instagram.
I think Heidi changed hers
She might have
to
changed it.
Undead Heidi and Undead Yarn.
She might have. I cannot recall.
I think for a while they were in cahoots trying to confuse me. So
Not that hard.
not that hard. So they're wonderful people anyway, both of them. All right. Okay, we're into current. All right. The PHN Tea and Tails year-long Cal. Okay, that started in January. We are finishing up the first quarter tomorrow, which means we will pull the prize on our next podcast. Now, our next podcast, we may or may not be able to podcast next week. Tahlia set up her appointment for taxes, and the only time she could get was 11 o'clock. I have a breakfast date with a friend in the morning, and Tahlia's got that at 11. So we'll have to see what's going on in the afternoon. If we can, we will. If we can't, we will just have to move it over a week, and we do apologize, but sometimes things come up that we have no control over.
Yes.
So we will try to podcast the first week of April, but if we don't, we will do it the following week, and that's when we'll tell you who the prize winners are for the first quarter of Tea and Tails and the things that end in the end of March. Okay.
Right.
All right. So anyway, long story short here, the tea and Tails start in January and goes through the end of the year, and the projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked on during the along and reflect the theme. All the chatter and pictures are in the same thread, and projects must be tied, as I said, in some way, shape, or form to tea and or tails. Tails mean fiction, please, and we mean books, novels, novelizations, graphic novels, children's books, and chapter books, and things like that. And as we've said from the beginning here now, because last year there was some confusion, if you're not unsure and you ask us and we're unsure, or if you don't want to ask us, check Goodreads or check Amazon and see what it's listed under. And if we question about it, just say, well, this is what Amazon or Goodreads said, and we'll take it from from you because we trust you, so that's fine. So you post one whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished. Okay, and the prize is up for grabs this time around. Let me see. This time around we have. Well, I'll get to that in a second. First, any Franciscan Gypsies design FO that can be related to tea and or tails, any Mom Cook or Joanna Johnson or Crocheting Hoovian or Studio Von design, or any of those patterns that can be related to tea and or tails. If the FO is entered, it can be eligible for 2 chances at a prize, but you have to do the double posting and say why. And if it's my yarn or Cappy's yarn, because Cappy's our co-host for this, she's the Yarn and I podcast, wonderful person. Those also are double chance at a prize. And if you use my yarn or Cappy's yarn with one of those featured patterns for a finished object, that finished object is eligible for 3 chances at a prize, but you are responsible for
your repost.
For the reposting, okay? Oh, and I forgot my shawl pattern also is okay for that. So those of you who are doing the I'll be there for you Cal Lao, which is finishing up now, if it's related to tea and or tails in any way, shape, or form, that can be entered into the tea and tails as well and eligible for that 3rd chance at a prize. Okay? The hashtag is PHNTNT 2019 on Instagram, and without the hashtag on Ravelry, okay? And let's see here. I'll cook. the prizes that we're drawing for this quarter for this is a pattern from Renee, Mom Cooks, a loom knit pattern. And I think she also has one knitted pattern. So if you don't loom knit, I think you can get that one pattern. It's a knitted pattern. Very nice patterns, okay? We love Renee. She's always super generous to us. And Cappy, always very super generous as well. So those will go out once we get the winners for that. I'm not going to go through the other prizes right now because I have a lot to show you today. Let's see here. The Ready, Set, Go. Oh, I did want to mention, though, that we have 2 end-of-year prizes this time around. There's the mega prize we're putting together, and then there's a tea and tail shawl kit that Cappy has put together. And she's going to pull from her group, and then I guess she'll contact us, and we'll send it out because we have the kit.
Yeah.
We have the yarn. So I don't know how she's going to work the pattern. You'll have to talk to her about that, or I'll have to talk to her about that. Okay. It's a free pattern. But I think she said she wanted to send out a nice paper, so I'll have to see. The Ready, Set, Go, Cal Loud. This one is ending tomorrow. And so I'm not going to go through the rules. We have a wonderful co-host. That's LNS Crafts, who is Lorraine. And we've loved having her with us. She's super. And as I said, all of our rules are pretty much the same anyway, so unless there's something different, I'm not going to mention it. The prizes are, let's see, a biscuit hat pattern that she donated. Lorraine graciously donated. We have yarn, a 4-skein bundle that's bulky, a single skein peacock, and a single skein purple green dark, and a single skein eggplant. So we have several prizes for that. You have a lot of chances to win for that. And the PHN I'll Be There For You, Cal is also ending tomorrow. I am so excited. I always get so thrilled to see people making my shawls up. Allison got hers in just under the wire, her finished one. And I think Jody has said that she was going to be going on a flight somewhere, and she was going to take that with her on the plane. So maybe she'll be able to finish it before she before she lands, before the Cal ends. That would be cool. In any event, Jody, you are able to do the whips.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you so much for the participation. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just exciting. So I appreciate that. And the prize for that is a bundle of Lady Fernicle Creations long sport yarn. If I find that there is enough participation picture-wise and everything, I might see if I can find another prize. We have 2 because I'm really excited by that, and I want to thank people. So thank you. All right, now, okay, that's it for that. Unless, because I don't want to show this other stuff until we hit stuff. Yeah, and you have 8, so you have to go first.
Yes, let me go ahead and do this here.
I think the caffeine's starting to kick in a little bit. To thicken.
I always like it when caffeine kicks in.
It thickens.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
Okay, I guess I've stalled for enough
I think so.
time. I don't know, I could always stall a bit more. I'm really good at stalling.
Except that you bore people when you stall.
I never bore people. One more stitch.
Oh, come on.
Be
yourself. We saw Stan and Ollie last night. My husband.
I didn't say
did.
not we.
My dad.
Your dad.
My husband and I saw Stan and Ollie for our date night last night, and it was good. It was a good movie. It wasn't like an excellent, like, oh my gosh, I have to see this, but it was well worth watching. I would have seen it in the theater and not regretted the price of the ticket. We saw it at home on a disc, but I wouldn't have regretted if I had paid the ticket either. It was good.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to show is in my... This one hasn't gotten shown in a while. My Star Knits Art 2 bag. Lives in my purse. I haven't had much of a chance to knit out and about. I don't really go out and about much anymore.
Yeah.
And if I do, and I anticipate having to bring knitting with me, it's usually for a long wait, so this isn't necessarily what gets pulled out. I don't have time at work. And, yeah, I don't do the little random waitings in stores because stores and I don't agree with each other.
She goes when she has to, like for my birthday or Mother's Day or something, but
but I don't do well in stores.
So we tend to keep it to a dull, roar type thing. Take your roll later so you can sit,
Yeah. But this is the Diana's hat on Rainbow's End. It is, I never can remember, so I'm just going to pull it out. It's Tempting You, So DK and Sparkly. And it's Tempting You yarns, and the colorway is Rainbow's End.
It's so pretty. That's like my Comet base.
It's not quite as sparkly as your Comet.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, I guess not. It's more like my Stardust base.
Yes.
But that's DK. Yeah, DK, that'd be Stardust.
So.
There we go. Isn't that pretty?
It
Can't
is.
see the sparkles very well, but there it is.
There it is. Sparkly. It's okay if it goes on a little longer because then it's a sparkle along. So. And Davina
You're enjoying
has.
it.
Yes, I am. And Davina has already claimed what the next project will be in here.
Oh, how she was.
She wants the.
Oh, right. Drama Queen 8.
Yeah, Drama Queen
7.
7 in the Comet base.
Yeah, she decided she wanted the fingering weight instead of the DK because she wanted the bigger sparkle, bigger bling.
So that's fine. I've worked Diana's hats for her in fingering before. It's a pretty flexible pattern.
Okay, you have 8 and I have 5, so
I'm going to do
one more. I have 6, not 5.
You fibbed?
Yeah.
Fibbed. Fibbed. Let's see, which one am I going to do next? Let me pull up my notes. Okay, let's see. Well, I didn't work very much on this one, but this one will get shown next. In my
If you heard that, that was Davina.
Ploverbird TARDIS bigger on the inside bag, and the project is TARDIS Traveler. It's the Dobbin Wood pattern by K.F. Jones.
Who we love dearly.
Yes, and I am using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorways Zing, Obsidian, and then it's just white. It's like a bear yarn.
Is that Miss Babs Bear yarn?
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Isn't that pretty?
it
Very pretty.
does like to curl here. And I mean, you can see the lace developing a little bit. It'll be very striking when it's done.
Yes. Very nice.
I think I'm about to enter into a section with yarn over stuff again.
I put that aside for now because I feel like I want to finish things right now. So I'll come back to that when I can sit down in the light and focus on the seed stitch. Or whatever she calls that. Okay.
So there it be.
My first one should have been done a gazillion years ago, but it's not. It's in my Kikiboo Owls. You probably get tired of hearing this bag here. This is my toddler hat. Whoops.
It's funny.
Baby hat, toddler hat. And I did make some progress on it. It's been a busy week. And not necessarily appointment-wise, it's just been busy. I spent all day yesterday, well, all yesterday morning up to about a little afternoon, I think it was, doing my stuff for taxes for my Etsy shop. So, yeah. So that's this. I like that. It's pretty. It's very lightweight. I might use a heavier yarn next time to make, but this is good for summer for the kids. I mean, the little babies need little hats even in the summer. So you don't want to overheat them.
Right.
So that's that one.
I guess it's my turn again.
It is.
One more stitch.
You and your one more stitch.
Well, I don't want the stitch marker to go wandering away. It does that.
It wouldn't do that if you were kind.
Only because they don't have a stitch to make it stay.
You shouldn't have to make it stay. You should want to stay.
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
So, in my Crochet & Hoovian bag by Silver Shred USA is my Purple Turtles hat, which is the one thing it doesn't say the designer on here, but for another thing, this is the product that I was making because the tortoises cheated and
You hear that, Laura? Those are fighting words.
and beat the poor little defenseless bunnies over the head.
All I see is that they keep trying to ride on the tortoise's back because they're a little lazy.
No. So let's see, hold on.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
You're stuck here.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's really pretty. She's going to like that.
You got the sort of shell pattern there. And you can't really see the difference right now. We've got the pink and the purple together there. This is all Mom's yarn. This is Lady Fernico Creations. I know the pink is Pink Panther.
Yeah.
The white is Bare Necessities.
I don't think I named the purple.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Purple Lilac Oops.
Yeah. At least it gives me an idea, because I was just looking at that thinking, that's really pretty. I want to try and recreate it. So
Yeah. So that's got a little bit of. I think I was down here somewhere, in the purple and white section. So I made a little bit of progress.
do you have a fourth color in this?
There's a little bit of black,
Okay, I was wondering what that color was. What?
and that was just in black. I happen to have.
Right. I was just wondering. I couldn't, because it almost looks like a very dark purple.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have some of those really dark colors, be it black or green or purple or blue. Sometimes they look almost black.
Right. And I mean that black is in such a small section of the pattern. I feel like this might be a free pattern too, but I can't remember.
It's really pretty.
So,
Laura's gonna like that.
because I was absolutely not going to wear a sign that said that tortoises were better than hares. That's just heresy.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
Heresy, the highest order. So, I am actually kind of tangled.
How many do you have left? Is it one-on-one now?
I think so.
Okay. All right. This is one you haven't seen in a while. This is in my Stitch by Mimi teacups bag. Thank you. Is my bonfire shawl from the Sock Knitters pattern by K.F. Jones. And I only did one row on this, but it was a long row. I think Laura Concert gave me these stitch markers. If not, I apologize. I'm pretty sure she gave these to me. Little turtles. This is where you should be looking at it. And I still have a ways to go on this, but it's still a pretty good size. Look at this. I mean, it's just beautiful. And in case you weren't here when I showed it before. Okay, this is how much I have. Because I'm going to go as far as I can. Oh, this is the second skein. Do I have two skeins of this?
I do not know.
Oh no, this is the first skein. This is a huge skein of Miss Babs, so I would like to go as far as I can with this. And then, oh no, it is, I'm sorry, this is what I have left of the first skein. That's why it's so large, Ty, look.
Oh.
So this is all I have on the first skein, and I'm going to do some of this. How much did you do 2 skeins of yarn for this?
Oh, I can't recall, Mom. It's too long ago.
You can check. But this is the color that I'm going to be edging it with.
I'm not even sure I would have put that in my notes.
So that's this. And I'm just going to kind of wing it when I get to the second skein. But, oops.
Is a bunny.
Is a bunny. Yes, he is. And I will take my drink in a minute. But this is just the prettiest shawl. I have another one in the Trust Me colorway, Miss Babs, because it's really a lovely pattern. And I can stop borrowing Talia's brown shawl when I get this done. So, because I have a dress that Mike got for me about a year ago, and this would go perfect with it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
It's absolutely beautiful. Kay does a wonderful pattern.
I mean, not that I keep a good mental catalog of the dresses that you own and wear or anything like that. Because I never really borrow your clothes.
I don't borrow yours either.
Sometimes you do.
Well, I only borrow your shawls. I don't borrow your clothes.
Okay, maybe not my clothes. I borrow clothes more than I borrow clothes.
I don't borrow your clothes. Define more.
More as in
Never?
more times than me?
I don't think so. Delusional person.
Okay, maybe it's usually shawls.
It is usually shawls or knitted wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that, you know.
I don't ever borrow yours.
Nope.
Nope.
There we go. Okay.
I guess it's my turn, is it not?
It is.
Oh.
It matches my bag.
Well, that's always most important. That doesn't match
It
the
does
bag.
too.
It does not.
It does too with the browns. See, look, browns
I
and
would
golds.
not call that
It matches
matching.
my bag. It harmonizes.
That
It
does-
harmonizes with my bag.
It doesn't clash with your
It
bag. but I wouldn't
harmonizes
say
with my
it
bag.
Matches with, no, T.
I don't care. Be still and do your stuff.
You're wrong. I'm right.
Nope. Yeah, come on, have your thing. It's your turn.
I'm sipping my tea. You flicked me.
I did. Who was it that told me I had the right to do that? I forget. What was her name? She cracked me up.
I don't remember.
We saw her at a podcast meetup or something, and I think we saw her then. She said I had the... No, she actually wrote on the board. It was years ago. It was so funny. Because I think we were podcasting in the sunroom. And our sunroom is over there, so it's on your left. That way.
On your left?
On your left, on your left, on your left. Don't say it. On your left. Yes, reference.
In my Silvershed USA kitties
not
in
a
the news
reference.
bag.
Do you have something to read?
Yes, I'm going to look at for one. Let's see. You want that one?
Have you read that one yet?
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, cats fight over new eatery. Famous Chowsters, TV Tabby, and South Siberian battle over Pet Town's new hotspot, Kentucky Fried Pet Stop. Let's stick to homemade classics. I can't miss Animal Planet's to go out to Pet Stop, screeches TV. I'm sick of the same old snack. This is a whiff of fresh air, growls Sal. I like to get out. So far, both critics' choices have been catastrophic. Catastrophic, sorry. I say let's stop hounding the eateries and chow down. I hear this place is a cat's pajamas.
Not the cat's meow?
Not the cat's meow.
Next time.
Oh, okay. So, in this bag
It's
is...
a great bag. Silvershed USA.
Yes, I think I said that.
Bears repeating.
Is my Phoenix on the forest floor. And it's mostly Yowza. This one is Vlad's.
I can't get over how much that looks more like orange when it's with all the yellows and oranges.
Yeah, this is buttersquash?
No, squash blossom.
Squash blossom. I don't know why I call it buttersquash. Squash blossom. And this is knitted wits in the yams colorway.
Is this also knitted wits?
That's the same yarn.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the skeins aren't as big.
Right.
So,
Is that, you have 3 colors, right?
yes.
I have to take mine out eventually so I can do mine. It's a pretty shawl.
So, very autumnal.
Autumnal. Very pretty.
Got a little bit of work on it.
Oops.
It's a bunny.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about this.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Mm. Okay, let's see here. My next one is in my, I think it's in my Winnie the Pooh bag. My Eeyore bag. Silvershed USA large Eeyore bag. This is the Easy A pattern by Laura Smoot. I call it School Marm. And I did a little bit of work on this the other day. The colorway is Gotta Love Me. I knew it was something about Love Me, but I couldn't remember what.
Love me, say
So,
that you love
shush.
me.
See, this is it. It's very pretty. The yarn is very pretty. It misbaths,
is.
as I said, and the pattern is a lot of fun to do. So I'm enjoying working this very, very much. Huh. And I have quite a bit of yarn left on this still, so it's going to be going a while, and that's fine. This is something I can just sit down, pay attention to the increases at this point, because she has it in sections. I haven't gotten to the second section yet. So I don't know. We'll see if it continues to be as easy as she says it is. But Laura Smoot makes a very nice pattern. I have several of her patterns, and I have a couple on the needles. So, and I think she gave me this one. I can't keep track because she gave me so many of her patterns, and I appreciate that. So that's that.
So, Next one is me. Let me do one more stitch till my stitch marker doesn't run away. There we go. In my Mama C tutor bag is silver shed, not silver shed, wow. Everything's silver shed.
All things are silver shed.
This is On the Floor's Floor
Mine.
by Simone Carite. It's the Peacock Project. I'm also using Yowza by Miss Babs. This is Tara. Then I've got Zing. And I've got Trust Me.
Very pretty. Just this green is what I'm doing. This is the Trust Me here, the green. And that's what I'm doing my other sock knitted shawl in. It's pretty.
So I'm also using Knit Pro Zings for my needles.
That's really pretty. Look at that.
So
Laura told me that the Laura Concert told me that the Knit Pro Zings, I think she said, were 5 inches or 5.5 inches or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that's what she said. They were in the 5.
So I'm currently working with Tara. Now I've come to realize that I seem to have a bit of a preference, even though I enjoy working variegated yarns, I seem to have a preference for tonal and solids.
And semi-solids.
And semi-solids.
I've noticed that as well. It's just, you know.
Just because I do tend to do a lot of combination work where I'm not just working with one color the entire time. I am combining colors to get different combinations in the way I want the combinations to come out. So maybe it's a slightly control freaky.
Yeah, I like it like this, the variegated like this, when it's a contrasting kind of thing.
You see, I'm not very fond of that.
I do. I like this. But I don't, and I like it maybe in hats or mitts or smaller projects.
Yeah, I like it in hats.
And I still consider the shawl I just showed you more of a, not a variegated, but a variegated tonal kind of thing. I forget what we decided one was more than the other. I don't consider that a variegated. To me, a variegated has more different colors. Like this, by that, almost could be a tonal, but
it's not.
It's kind of. I looked it up, and it's very vague as to what
I would call this a variegated.
But
it's just too contrasty.
It's a mild variegation to me, as opposed to something like. Well, like almost striping the way it looks right now.
Your turtle over there. In the Hawkeye. That's Hawkeye, isn't it?
This one? No, it's not Hawkeye.
What is that?
I forget what that is.
Are you sure it's not Hawkeye?
Hawkeye's not green.
I know he's not, but that doesn't mean that... I can't remember...
This is No Makers, I think.
It is No Makers. I don't always understand why she chose the colors she did.
Okay, well this is you can see in the corner here, I don't want to pull it out. This is what I consider variegated. We've got like purples and blues and greens and just all different colors. So I don't know the exact definition.
This has blues and greens and whites.
Yeah, but it's more in that you can see where it could gradate in if you wanted it to.
Let's agree to disagree.
You can do that. You're still wrong.
I'm so right.
Anyway, that's our point is that we prefer to kind of slide toward solids, semi-solids, and tonals.
Yeah.
But I use a little more variegated than she does, but not.
But
a
I also
lot.
do more color work.
Yeah, she does more color work, and I'm not afraid to use in my mosaics a little bit of variegation. Okay, so it was your turn, right? Yeah. Okay, so
yes.
My turn. In my Valeria bag. My Valeria birthday bag. Valeria garden stuff is coming along really well. I'm so jealous that she has such a green thumb. Valeria. Okay, this is my Lala Simple Shawl. And I'm hoping to finish this one next. But we'll see. And it's my On Cloud 9. Because this is so soft and it's white. I just love this pattern. I like it so much I want to start another one. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Thank you, Lorraine, for your comments about this and my other shawl. You're very sweet. Isn't that beautiful? That pattern, it's all the pattern. The yarn works very well with it, but the pattern that Laura Linneman developed for this is amazing. I mean, it's a simple shawl.
Classy.
It's a simple shawl, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, I'm happy with this. Very, very happy with this. Oh, yeah, there are... Okay. There are little eyelets. Okay, cool. All right.
Was someone arguing that there weren't?
No, remember I was asking you if you would wear something that had eyelets at the top?
Oh, okay.
Okay. And this little...
and I put her off by being like, I'm headed out to work. I don't really want to talk about eyelets as I'm literally walking out the door.
She doesn't care. She thinks she's more important.
This
is my... It's got different kinds of teas, and this is from Thank God for Bags. That's Sheila's Etsy shop. That's Blue Yarn Always. So she has bags, and she has these little cozy things. They're... What are they like... what are they called? DPN holders.
Yeah.
DPN holders. I don't use the DPN, so I use them for my circulars, and they work really well. So she's always been very supportive. That podcast has always been very supportive. She and Debbie are amazing people. So that's that. You might want to check them out if you want. You have to take a look at that stuff. Your turn.
I was waiting in case you had something else to say.
But I won't say something else until you get started.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works. Don't you know the program yet?
I created the program.
You made a mistake. User error. No, what is it called? What's it called? I was watching Person of Interest, and they said something, and I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
Well, obviously you weren't watching Person of Interest very closely now, were you?
It's been 3 days or 2 days since I could watch Person of Interest because my thing upstairs is not working.
I got her hooked.
It's a good show.
I knew you'd like it.
Well, of course I would.
Well, you like Caviezel, and I knew that you would like Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Because he's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm. He's a whip.
He is. He's a work in progress, and he's a redemption story, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so is John.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes I want to smack John.
Because he gets that tone.
I think that's what bothers me, is he gets that kind of like I'm talking down to you tone. And
only to Lionel, though.
Only to Lionel. I think that's why it bugs me, because I like Lionel.
I like Lionel. But you know, the relationship is fleshed out.
I know it is, but I still every once in a while I just want
to... And boy, has the relationship with Finch fleshed out. I'm sorry, if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out Person of Interest. I think the show is no longer running, but they...
No, they... Forget when Caviezel said that it... I
think I have the whole set.
You do have the whole set.
Yeah, I have the whole set.
I haven't seen the whole set because I think that they're going to kill one of the characters, and I threw a temper tantrum and refused to watch. But if Mom starts getting closer, I'm going to have to start watching again.
It's a really good TV show. I like it. And I don't generally watch television a lot, but I miss good shows, and this is good. It has great character development.
And like I knew you would like it. Okay, so going back to knitting.
Bear.
You've met Bear. Oh, isn't he great?
Oh, I love Bear.
Isn't he great?
Bear's not a bear.
No. Have you met Leon yet? Yeah, you would have had to meet Leon. He's a kind of shady, little guy.
I might have. I can't. We'll talk.
You would have met him during the episode with Bear because he stole some money from like.
Oh yeah. The little yeah.
Yeah. Because that's why Bear got called Bear. He ate his bear barn.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I thought they sent him off though. He's not coming back, is he? Oh, good. I like him. He's cute.
Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA PHN, I think that was the first anniversary, or 100 members, or
500. I forget.
So it was a big anniversary.
Yeah. 5 year.
5 year. It might have been 5 year.
Yeah.
No wait, 5 year was this one.
Was it?
Yeah, because it says 5s on it.
Oh, okay. Then this must have been either the 500 or the.
Yeah, because this was fairly early on.
Or the first year.
See, look at see right there. There's your chameleon bag, and it has the number 5 on it. It's right behind that.
I see the bag, but I can't see the number.
Well, there's a number 5 on it.
That's fine. I believe you. It's just.
So this was earlier than that.
Anne does all our special bags.
So this was our first special bag from Anne.
And Anne is Silver Shade USA. If you want to check her out, she's amazing.
Because people could order the blue or the red.
What is Anne's Rav name? I forget.
Isn't it Silver Shade USA? It's the Silver Shade USA, I want to say.
I don't think so.
I have it on. She's always tagged. I
Yeah.
just don't remember what it is.
I mean, her shop.
You're right. It's not Silver Shade USA. It is.
Because she and her
It's
daughter.
something knit.
Because her and her daughter have.
Similar.
Yeah.
It's. I have it tagged.
Yeah. Yeah. She's.
And
she's
actually,
amazing.
her name's not similar to her daughter's. Her name. I always mix it up with, Megan's name because.
Oh right, yes. Oh,
It's
Junkin'
like- Junkin' It, yes, it's Junkin' It.
Yeah, because Megan's is just Run It.
Yes, and she's Junkin' It.
Yes, yeah. We love Anne, and she's amazing.
Yeah. But now that we've gone on an Anne tangent, here's the
Because we
project.
do that.
Here's another tangent. You saw the Diana's hats, by Joanna Johnson. Now this is. I got something on my pattern. This is the Anne's sweater. I'm not sure if it's the Anne sweater or the Anne cardigan. I want to say
It's Anne's cardigan.
Anne sweater.
Oh, it is Anne's sweater.
And it's from the same ebook by Joanna Johnson,
Who we love.
who we love. And this is this.
I
don't
hope you're
think
feeling better, Joanne. I've seen you posting, so that's good.
I must have. She must have gotten buried under all my Instagram posts from people because I haven't seen her post.
I've seen her a couple times. I think she's at a fiber festival or something.
Okay.
I don't know if she's doing anything there, but she's
I don't think you can get this yarn anywhere else.
No,
anymore. I
I-
think it's
I actually checked it, and they're a farm, but like the yarn that I got and this, I haven't seen anything like it.
So I don't think they do this anymore. This is Bella Sarah's knitting basket. What might happen is if I run out of yarn, I've talked about doing like the cuffs
And the collar, maybe?
and the edging
Yeah.
in a black alpaca.
Right, and that'll be nice. Just make
So-
sure it's true black.
Yeah, well, Knit Picks would have.
We'll make sure you can
Yeah.
judge it. Just take like black Miss Bab or black Knit Picks and just put it up against,
Yeah.
and then you can see.
So,
Excuse me.
got a little bit of work on this at the hair dressers.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's curling, but because it's stuck in it,
There we go.
it does that.
It's hard to see the sparkles. There you go.
Oh, it's you're
Well, the reason it's hard to see is because you got black and red behind it.
oh yeah,
So, and your cord is red and everything. So
yeah.
that's nice.
Sparkly black. So this is gonna be a really classy sweater when it's done.
I'd like to have that sweater, but I'd like to have it in a solid color.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what color necessarily.
Well, I was trying to go from what I have in stash, and I've been hoarding this yarn for a while. I bought it initially with a sweater in mind. I bought everything that they had,
Yeah.
and this was early. And I think I was probably podcasting, but
It was very early.
it was very early.
Okay, this is DK.
So
I'm trying to think if I have enough Miss Babs, or if I can pick up Miss Babs, or I can just dye something up.
when I saw that I had close to the amount of yarn that I needed for the sweater, I was like, I have to try to knit it with this.
I'm glad that's a DK, because I'm more likely to knit something that's DK than finger
Yeah,
weight.
it's calls for a sport.
Oh, I forgot to mention while Ty's looking that up. In the tea and tails, I forgot to mention that Cappy was very generous, and she gave us different coupon codes, and we have a shawl kit that she's developed for the tea and tails, and that's in its own dedicated thread. So don't forget to take a look at that and support her if you are looking to do that. The shawl kits are very well worth having. They're beautiful kits. I think I showed you mine a couple
And you
weeks
can
ago.
knit a kit or done?
Knit a kit or done. Yeah, I bet you could, because the pattern comes with it. So that's awesome. All right.
So that's all I had about that.
That's all I have to say about that. Okay, my next one is... I didn't work on a whole lot. I've got all this blocked out stuff. Okay, my next one is in my Silver Shed USA Tortoise vs. Hare 2017 bag. Oops.
It's a bunny.
I keep doing it. I have to get something to drink in a second. I don't have much tea left. This is my bobbing along baby blanket, and it's just a simple, no pattern blanket. I did a little bit. I'm starting to change color, I think. Got into the darker color. I guess, yeah, I must have just started because I've got a long way to go. I guess it could just be a long... don't see any sign of the next color in here. So I think it's going to be a long
Yeah, it's
block.
going to be a long block because you have a dark blue underneath that. See that blue underneath?
Oh, yeah.
But it's quite a bit underneath.
It's a brighter blue, yeah.
Bright blue. But it's not as bright as... Oh, this is more of a... Not a blue.
Look,
it's purple.
it's bright.
Yeah.
It's bright. You can see the next color is going to be that
Yeah.
bright, almost a zing color. So, but that's going to be a while. Although with worsted weight and double crochet,
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
it's going to be, I think the stripe is going to be about this big, about, what is that, about 4 inches?
Or maybe the size of this green one. This green one was quite big.
Yeah, that's about, well, if you look at here where you see the full effect of them, it's about
I
the
guess
same. It might be a little bit more of that green, but anyway, I might be on the next color next week, or maybe even a second color, we'll see. But this is fun because I don't have to worry about a pattern, I just do it. And I have a couple of skeins of this yarn because Davina gave me some. So, for my birthday.
Excuse me.
And you can see here, this is how I know which one it is. Anne very kindly put Tortoise versus Hare 2017 on the inside. So, we love Anne. She's amazing. Very talented. Very talented. You saw the bag she made for Tahlia that Davina did the artwork for.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
And because I'm not starting new projects for Lent, I can't put anything in it
Except
yet.
on Sundays, you said.
I haven't been. I've been trying to be very, very good.
Oh, I have projects I said I could start regardless of the time of
Yeah,
Lent,
and I know I said that I could start
but right now I'm
the
trying
mitts,
to finish.
But I'm trying to finish some things, so I'm like, I'll hold off. I could start if I really wanted to the pair of mitts for my kit.
And I could start either the woodland shawl or the one that Cappy gave us, the Tea and Tails. But I'm waiting because there's a couple I'd like to finish first. So it might be just a little longer, or hopefully not too much longer, that I can finish these shawls. It is your turn.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She doesn't listen to me. Ever.
Never.
Ever.
Never, ever.
Never,
So-
ever. Never have I ever.
Yes.
Poor Deborah.
So,
She can take the hit.
in my Ploverbird Creepy Llamas bag is the Spring Hearts project, and the pattern is Off With Her Head, and
I think that's a good choice, Ty. It looks good.
I hope it'll work. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I made a good color choice.
Will the yarn...
It's by Faye Kennington.
Well, is there more of the yellow on the top, or is it...
No.
No? Okay.
Because if I look at the very top, yeah, no,
Oh, so it's only a 2-color.
yes, it's
Okay.
only meant to be a 2-color, but in some of her other patterns, she would make the cuff different
Right.
and then do the rest of the hat the same, and I liked that idea. Plus, I
Right.
really wanted all three of these colors together.
Right. I think it'll work all right.
Um,
Because the only other way I could maybe see it is... Well, you could have done it anyway, I suppose. But I think that the hearts had to be pink.
yeah.
And it's nice to be on a blue field.
So, you can't really tell what I'm doing yet because it's still very early on in the color work part. We're not headed into the hearts yet.
What is that? Just like...
It's kind of, let me bring back to the picture.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Leading up to the hearts, you have kind of these arches, and I'm in the arches.
Very nice.
And I'm like toward the bottom of the arches. I'm kind of,
And it's kind of bunched up so you can't really see it very
yeah.
well.
So right now, you can't tell if it's really going to work because you can't really understand what you're seeing.
Right.
It just looks like a bunch of blotches.
I think it's going to be pretty. Is it meant to be a folded down cuff? I mean, like folded up?
Well, the way she's wearing it is folded.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
why it's so long. I think
Yeah.
I think when you fold it up, it's going to be even less, like stark. It'll be pretty.
Yeah. So,
Very nice.
and I don't know that Davina will even want this. This will probably be something that goes on a table or something like that.
Did you get in contact with that lady? The one for the colorwork hat?
Yes, I finally did. She had sent me another message that I missed, but she might be in the hospital or still recovering.
Oh, is she all right?
Remember I told you cancer?
That's right. Okay.
Okay. So, no, I did finally respond to her. I think she thought I forgot about her.
Oh.
Which I didn't quite, but I got busy and
Well, you got
doctor's
busy.
appointments.
Yeah,
and,
you didn't forget about it. You just got busy.
Yeah.
Because she's very generous, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, now, are you done with that, or?
I am done with that.
My last one I can't show you. In my Silver Shed USA purple bag.
Are you designing?
I'm playing with a design. Well, it didn't start out as it, but yeah.
Okay.
So I'm playing with a design. I don't know if it's going to come to anything or not, so I'm not going to even show it to you, but it's in here. Okay.
So, so only the yarn and the bag actually holding the project are sitting in this one. This is a Knitting's My Bag Autism Awareness bag. But inside the bag is another bag.
It's a bag holding a bag.
And if it wasn't because all my yarn wouldn't fit in this, because I'm doing more colors than I normally would do for a stocking. This is my Silver Shed USA Peanuts Christmas bag, and this is always carrying stockings. I'm almost done with the red and about to head into the section with the gold and green. I'm so glad. I forget who commented on YouTube, and they were like, "So relieved when Tahlia found
Yes.
the yarn."
Yes.
Yes.
I think it was Catherine.
Yes.
I think.
So if you remember last time I showed you that the fact that this cuff would fold over and become a double layer, which it has. There's the layer
It's very thick.
I folded over. Yeah, it's very thick. And it has the Joshua. Well, first of all, the pattern is Ho Ho Ho, and it's by General
Hoggenboff or something like that.
Hofblower. No, not Hofblower. That's a Hobbit.
No, Hornblower.
Hogbottom? I don't know. Hold on.
It's a cute name. They're probably shouting at us.
Hang on, I have it on here. General Hogbuffer.
I was close.
Hogbottom was closer than Hog... whatever you said.
No, I said boffer.
You did not!
I did too. Anyway, go on.
Anyway.
We'll agree that I'm right.
No, we will definitely not agree that you're right.
I'm always right. The
Never.
sooner you get that through your head, the better.
So, I started with that, and the colors, so it's a bunch of different ones.
You got Joshua Tree.
You got Joshua Tree is the Mad Tosh, and it's this kind of, what kind of green would you call that?
Almost a moss or an olive.
Yeah,
So
it's olive. It's an olive.
No,
green.
it's too dark for an olive. I would say it's more of a moss.
And then
Spinach.
Spinach.
It looks like spinach.
And then this one is like Black Forest or something
That's
like
so
that.
pretty. I like that.
And
That dark teal kind of color.
yeah, and then you have the red, which is Airport Hot Sauce. The yellow is I don't know.
I don't know. That's an interesting color name.
And then the white is Mom's Not Quite a Pug. So it's slowly building.
Yay.
And I'm also using Knit Prosings because it was the size I needed.
My favorite needles are Chow Goose, but I do like the Knit Prosings. I don't like the cord very much, but I do like the needles. Okay. Anything else?
No, that'd be it.
Okay. FO?
I have no faux.
Okay, you recognize the bag? It is my Knitting's My Bag Autism Awareness sweater size bag that the lovely Lois made us. And I still have to weave in the ends, but it is finished. I have to weave in the ends and block. So there's like that.
And you were going to get Celeste to show you how to wear it.
Yeah, I'm
weren't
going to
you?
get Celeste to... Hey, Celeste, I'm going to get you to show me how to wear this, even if I didn't respond to your message of 50,000 years ago because I'm a horrible person.
She is a
I'll talk to her tonight about it. Or tomorrow, not tonight, tomorrow night. When we do the...
Hey, we're here for a religious thing, but I really am just going to talk to you about my knitting and
Yes.
how to wear this.
Yes. But anyway, this is... I love this color. I'm directionally challenged when I'm looking in the screen there because everything's backwards. But this has
slapped me.
I did not, in fact.
Slapper.
My shawl did. She did. She showed me how to do this, but I don't really remember.
And I wasn't paying attention.
I think something like this. Something like that. Anyway, I can't remember exactly how to do it, but it's really pretty, and I'll get her to show me. Oh, I love that color. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is a gorgeous color.
So pretty. So it's finished. I just have to weave in the ends and block it. And if it blocks out substantially larger, I'll bring it and show it again so you can see how. But it's a good size shawl.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good size shawl. Just kind of, you know. There we go. Okay. Makes me happy. Okay, so that's that.
That is that.
All right.
So that leads us on to your yarny stuff.
Do you have any? Do we do that before we do the?
We've always done that before Stash and Anthony.
I always forget. I'll weave these in later on. We just fold this and put it away. Okay. Oh, I do have a little bit of yarn left. I was afraid that if I did another row, I wouldn't have enough to go around for the edging. So this is for Tahlia.
Thank you.
And that's fingering sock tie.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Now, on to yarn. Thank you very, very much for all the pre-orders I've gotten so far. I'm really excited that you like the yarn. I have almost everything dyed up, except for, as I said, Linnea, I don't have yours done yet. I have 2/3 of yours done because yours, the last one, takes a little more, has more steps in it, so I wanted to make sure that I got the others done first. But I hope to get to that hopefully tomorrow. I hope. And I hope to start listing things within the next week. I hope. All right. It's been very, very hectic around here, but I will do my best to do that. I will show you what I've got so far. This is how the this is the fingering sock of If You're Happy and You Know It. I don't know if you can see the sparkle very well.
It sparkled a little.
This is my Stardust base.
Sorry, I tried to choke down my
my
tea.
Stardust base for this. Okay. Just put this back in its sleeve here. It's going to come undone. Okay, and I have, and this one I can show you. I'll make sure this is the same base. No, it's not. So I will show you first this one. This is Happy, If You're Happy, and no, this is Makes Me Happy. And this is, I wish you could see the sparkle because it does show.
And I didn't bring my turtle with me this time, so.
Okay, so that's that. But the way it looks before it's skeined up, so I don't have them all reskeined yet. I tried to do a couple last night while I was watching a movie, which is the ones I just showed you. But the unskeined one, you can see I still have my little
Dyer thing
for the dyeing and drying. But this is what it looks like before it's skeined, reskeined. That's Makes Me Happy. And this is also the Stardust base. And if you're wondering about the other one, the If You're Happy and You Know It, this is what it looks like before I reskein it. So that's really pretty. And I already showed you the sock weight yarn that it has been claimed. So I thank the person who bought this.
You gave it a good home.
It gave it a good home. This is Follow Your Star, and this.
And
is
it
also,
doesn't show up very well on camera. My iPhone, my new iPhone, finally managed to get a good picture.
Yeah, we got a good picture of it on Tahlia's iPhone. This is really pretty. And for this particular skein, this is the one Linnea ordered that I have to dye up yet.
Yeah, she wanted a different base.
She wanted a different base. So this is really, it doesn't show up really well on camera for whatever reason, but it's really pretty with the Stardust and the sparkle. So that's these. I have to reskein and put the tags on them, and then I have some others to show you that will also be going in the shop. And these are not pre-order skeins. These are just, they'll be going up in the shop. Okay. This one was a dry skein. I dyed this dry with a color that I came across when I was dyeing something else. And I said, oh, I like that just as a color on its own. So I dry dyed this.
Did you end up calling it Hawkeye?
I think I'm going to call this Hawkeye. Now this, the thing you have to realize about this one is that I didn't have the amount of dye I needed. So it's going to be slightly different if I, do another skein of yarn in this because it'll have the full amount. It was only about a quarter cup short.
There might be a female here who wears similar colors.
There is.
Who is it?
It's another Hawkeye.
Oh, well, okay. Other than Hawkeye.
Oh, I don't know. But see, you can see the pops of pink, kind of purpley pink in here, and a little bit of white, which would be more or less depending on how much dye I use. I just love this purple.
Oh, you know who does? It's in the, she has some of the same colors. It's in the DC universe, Huntress.
Yeah. She's kind of, I don't like Huntress. So this is...
And it's not showing up well on camera.
No,
it looks more blue on camera.
It looks more blue. This is purple. It's not periwinkle. It's purple.
Yeah, it's like real purple, and it's not showing up
And then it's got pops of a little bit of...
like a pinky color.
Pinky, bluey, whitey
And
colors.
if you look at traditional Hawkeye costume...
This is 1980s Hawkeye.
Yeah.
and it's just...
They've given him a more manly costume.
Yeah, poor Hawkeye. So this is really pretty. I wish... you could actually see this because it looks like it's periwinkle. It's not. It's purple. It's purple, but it's not a straight purple like out of the bottle. This is a mixed dye that broke, and I really like it. So I'm gonna put this one up. This is a...
I think Marvel enjoys being confusing because they have several characters that have like a woman who wears the same costume who also goes by the same name.
Right.
And it's just like, what? It's confusing.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
This is a DK weight, so it'd be great for hats. I thought this would be cute as a toy, like a bunny.
Yes, it would be a cute bunny.
Yes, it would. I'm sorry, Laura. I mean, you could make a turtle shell out of this too.
It'd be cuter as a bunny.
My thought when I saw this was a bunny.
Blue eyes.
Yeah. So this would make it, because it has enough little pops of white that if you put a tail and everything, it would be really cute bunny.
Yeah.
So that'd be a really cute turtle as well. So this is DK weight. And then I have, in my Comet base, I have 3 skeins of yarn that I dyed up. One of these is already been claimed, but one of the, if you're happy and you know it, has already been claimed. But these are all Comet base. Can you see the sparkle?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Let me unwind this one a little bit so you can see. This is the base that Davina says there's so much bling in it. So you can see it on the blue especially. She just said, okay, that's what I want. So this is, I'm going to make one. She's going to get the yarn for Tahlia. Talia's going to have to buy it and Davina will pay her back. But, and she, Talia's going to make her a Diana's hat with it. So these will be going up in the shop. 2 of these will be going up in the shop, and 1 of these is going to someone who's already claimed it. So
I might have to put some precedence for her hat since she's actually purchasing the materials.
yeah,
Usually, it doesn't matter how fast I make it because...
right. So these 2 are going in the shop, and this one is going to a new home. This one has a little bit more purple in it. So that's what I have for the shop. I've been a little busy this week with the yarn dyeing, which was fun. I enjoyed dyeing yarn. I am going to be dyeing up Drama Queen 7, but that will be after I get the Sparkle Like the Star You Are dyed up for Linnea. And I might do one in the Comet base as well, see how that turns out. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that. What's next?
Now it's stash enhancements.
Stash enhancements.
Do you have any enhancements of stash?
Yes, I do. I have lots of it. But first, we want to show what affects the podcast.
Yes.
First, we had, and we're doing it in the order that we received it. We have some lovely podcast donations, prizes. We are very blessed with very generous members.
Yes, we are.
Christina, who is Mama C, donated this beautiful skein of yarn. This is Cascade, I believe.
That is
Heritage Paints. And this is...
That'd make a nice bunny.
I don't know what... Yes, it would. I don't know what color this is.
Because Heritage doesn't.
Cascade doesn't.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, you had to go to, like, another source in order to find what Cascade's color names
This
are.
kind of reminds me of a painted desert or something. It's very, very pretty. And this is a fingering sock, I believe. Yeah, US 1s and 3s. So these are 437 yards. So this is a sock weight yarn. Very, very pretty. Thank you, Christina. This is going to be a prize. I don't know if she specified. Let me see if she specified here. Lovely little Brittany card, viewing card. Thank you for your kind words. This is for the Sparkle Cal, so we have to add this to the Sparkle Cal.
That's right, she did say that.
She did say it's a Sparkle Cal, so that's awesome. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Christina. Let's see here. That's that. Let me write this down so I don't forget. Sparkle along. Okay, so I took care of that one. And then we had a very generous prize that came out of both of these came out of nowhere.
Yes, they did.
And we were very, very surprised and very grateful. This
Yes.
came from Laura Smoot, who's Spinning Laura.
There's
Yeah.
a lot in
Nice
here.
little card. You guys are so blessed with these amazing donations. This will probably go into the
Okay.
end of year package for the PHN Tea and Tails. It is
Is that a journal?
It's a notebook. I guess for doing whatever. It's Knit Witty, and it's to knit or not, to knit or KNOT, to knit or not.com. mynitwitty@gmail.com. So I don't want to take this out, but it's got a little pen and a little notebook, and this will be part of the PHN Tea and Tails mega package. Okay. Then we have, this is a skein of.
This one's really pretty.
It is really pretty. Oh my goodness. This is gradient lace, 490 yards. Look at this time. Very generous, very pretty. So that's that. Oh, I think. Is this also it?
But it's a different colorway.
It's a different colorway. I was wondering, yeah. Okay, so this is 437 yards. This is Electric Avenue Merino Silk. Okay, so this is really pretty. Some of these are going out as singles, some of them will go into the mega prize.
Yeah.
This reminded me of Noro, but it's Wolkenspiel.
It's
German.
The colors are nice and rich.
Nice and rich colors, and this is I think this is a sport weight. Maybe a DK?
It's hard to... I don't think it's that big.
Well, it says here that it's for US 2 to 3 millimeters.
That's not US at all.
I mean, no, millimeter, 2 to 3 millimeters. That's
Okay, so 4.5 millimeters is a 7.
so maybe a 4 or 5. So these are maybe a sport or a DK.
I don't think it's that thick. I think it might be a fingering.
I think this might be a sport. I don't know.
It
Anyway,
looks like a fingering.
I can't find the yardage on here, so
Let's see.
I think it's a German yarn.
And it does look like it's German.
Wolkenspiel.
Let's see. It's chameleon. That's a colorway. So I guess it's probably chameleon.
Which works.
Yes. Virgin wool. Yeah, it does not.
It doesn't give yardage or anything, but it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, then I think this is the prettiest yarn. Look at this. It's grays, but it kind of has like maybe almost.
It broke a little bit.
It almost feels like it has a little bit of purple, but it's
yeah.
It's beautiful.
I think it's just the way it broke.
This is Kismet yarn, and it's sole colorway, and it's fingering weight, 400 yards. So that's beautiful. This one is Movie Night, and this is Southern Colonial Dye Works. I've never heard of them.
I've never heard of them either.
Dyed in small batches in Alabama. Movie Night, and this is DK. So this is the only DK in the bunch, I think, except for that one might be DK.
We
We're not sure.
agree.
No, I'm just not sure with it. And this is full tonal, and this Nipix, and this is
That's a fingering normally, isn't it?
yes, this is 462 yards. So that's really pretty. So extremely, thank you so much, Laura.
Yes, thank you.
Laura, it's beautiful, beautiful yarn, and you guys are going to benefit from her generosity and from Christina's. So these will be split up between different cal-cals because I don't believe she specified.
I don't remember you showing anything in the letter that was specified.
Let me see here. We have very, very generous donators. Prizes. She was cute because she mentioned that she wasn't sure if we were going to Maryland Shipping World this year, so she wanted to make sure that we got this and that we wouldn't want to maybe necessarily be carrying all this stuff around. So she did good. And you're right, Laura, we won't be going to Maryland this year. So hopefully we'll see you over at Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Because she's from our area.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. And then you didn't bring your purple stuff, did you?
The purple stuff was last week.
No, I gave you something purple stuff.
I showed it to you. I didn't show it last week?
That was in here.
Oh.
I ordered from Andy. It came...
Because we missed a week, I'm
Yeah.
really confused about what I did or didn't show.
It came, I think, right after the podcast, I think. I have...
That's right, it did come right after the podcast.
I have apple cinnamon warmth black tea, sweet spot black tea, which I love, coconut macaroon dessert tea, which I love and didn't have, and then I got something new. It came, the little single is coconut ginger soother herbal
Ooh.
tea. So that sounds interesting. So that was mine, and I gave Tahlia
A ginger.
a ginger infusion.
Yes.
So that's that. So that's all of that.
So
Yeah.
then, for me, well, I mentioned last week that I got my new phone and my new watch because, you know, cracked this one, and this one did have a crack on it as well.
Well, you cracked that one like on the first day.
It's like the first week or
Yeah.
so. I have all the protective things on both of these things now. And this watches heart rate a lot better, which is good because on Thursday, anytime I stood, I had a heart rate of 110s to high 120s. So it tracked that all day for me. I forgot to grab my other bracelet, but I'll show you a picture of it. I got 2 more bracelets.
And these are medical bracelets.
Yeah, these are the medical bracelets.
They're very pretty.
Here's the one that I'm not wearing. And it has the medical bracelet on the other side. The actual medical thing on the other side. And then I have this one. So it's very pretty. It's red.
Mm-hmm.
And then the medical part is hiding there. So, yes, it makes it a little bit more stylish to wear medical bracelets. And that's all I have.
Okay, so that's... I didn't really buy anything except for the tea, so... And that was a couple weeks ago.
Well, I had bought the bracelets before I realized I was going to break my watch.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have picked them up right away if I knew that I was going to have another big purchase to put down.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I'm glad. I think it was Rose who said she was interested in reading The Power of Silence.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I would love to see what she thinks about it. I'm still reading it. I'm reading it very slowly because I have limited time, and also I don't want to speed through it. So,
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to finish Into the Gleam or not. I feel like I should, but I'm not really sure I want to, so we'll see what happens.
I say if you aren't enjoying it,
Yeah.
do not finish it.
Do you have anything else?
I do not.
Okay. I didn't... I think I had something for knitting ephemera. I don't remember if I picked anything this time. Let me see. I don't think we did anything about Henry VIII, have we?
No. I don't think
Okay,
so.
I'll read this. I think actually there's a lot of stuff in here. In July 1545, the Mary Rose, King Henry VIII's flagship, sank north of the Isle of Wight. Hundreds of men on board died as the damaged ship sank into the mucky ocean floor. There it sat despite a few efforts to salvage it over the centuries, until 1982, when the Mary Rose Trust managed to raise it. Because conditions were just right, an extraordinary number of daily items were preserved and recovered from the wreck of the Mary Rose, including several knitted items or fragments. According to Mary Rose Trust, 3 nearly complete woolen caps were found, each with a double brim and 2 lined in silk. Fragments of additional knitting were also found, including indicated that knitters of this time understood principles of shaping. A knitted tube approximately 1 foot long, knit in black wool in stockinette stitch, survived as well. It may have been some type of arm warmer or stocking gaiter. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, and this is just because it's really weird and strange and kind of ew, and it's short. In Outer Mongolia, it's said that consuming a sheep eyeball pickled in tomato juice is a surefire cure for a hangover. I think I'd rather have the hangover.
I don't know. I have never had either. And
I've never either, but that it has to look at you.
You can't even.
I just can't even. Laura, I can't even. Okay, so that's that. Knitting ephemera. This the gift that keeps on giving from Laura Smoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. All right. We want to thank everybody who commented on Ravelry and on YouTube. Special shout outs to Spinning Laura and Mama C for their lovely and very generous prizes, and to Honest Crafts, Wombat of Doom 53, Wombat of Doom, Vanilla Sock Pig, and Catherine for commenting on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't think we have anything else except to remind you that we will try to podcast next week, but that we might not be able to. And in the meantime, unless Ty has something else to say,
No.
we want to wish you a week full of knitting and crocheting, family, friends, whatever it is that makes your heart happy, and a very blessed week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 349, and that's a wrap.
Bye.